Kazna crew versus GoHard here. The first round, GoHard will be the offensive team, Kazna on the defense. And what are both these teams going for as a start?
Well, it looks really aggressive start over the rails for GoHard, and only Isne is spotting the middle in that Bachat AP tier 9. I'm really interested. Will they actually try to cross? And Kazna is going offensive toward the 8th line. We've seen, I think, Swift try to greet the E100s there. It didn't work out really well for them.
Fair to say.
Yes, but we are going to see. It is also about shooting, and if you pen most of the shells on those E100s, they can still be easily killed.
Guys, we're here just getting spotted out by Isne. Isne has to retreat. Now, this is a very 8-line orientated setup here for Kazna. At what point did they abandon this? At what point did they say it's enough? They could be on the rails by now.
It's all going to be about what you see and what you don't see. Like, at the moment, they spotted nothing. So Isne has to rotate and say, okay, I'm spotted on the rail or not, and that will be the trigger for Kazna to move. Because at the moment, GoHard is playing really conservative here. They're not showing anything. They're just waiting for some possible rotation for Kazna. Because let's face it, Kazna is playing a really light setup compared to them. So they might try to rotate through the rail all the way down to the cane line and maybe play aggressive like they played against Utopia. So GoHard is probably playing their game, hoping on that. But Kazna completely changed the playstyle and they are happy where they are. Dormant up in the corner, letting the time fade away.
Nexus makes the shot against Kaizu, does not connect that one, but now look at the rotation here. Skarium, Tyne, both going towards that K line as well. And Isne is about to be met by a lot of tanks. I don't think that tier 9 Bachat is going to be able to get out of there because, I mean, Diplomat is there as well. It's 6 versus 1. Speaking about an overmatch.
Isne is actually coming in closer. That might not be very healthy. That might not be very good for him, especially if with this bad timing, he might actually get caught.
The timing here, Isne peeking around the corner, doesn't see them yet. The timing working out beautiful in GoHard's favor here. Does he see them? Doesn't look like it. He's the entirety of GoHard just sneaked past Isne.
Isne, you missed the whole horde of elephants, mate. Wow! Oh boy, he's gonna be unpleasantly surprised.
Oh boy, there come.
But they don't know he's there also.
Yeah, but they're going for it. Isne is gonna be in a lot of trouble here very soon. Purple, Skarium, about to come around the corner, and Purple will be the first to find Isne. He's as surprised as we are. The first shot comes in, the second, and there goes Isne already. That tier 9 Bachat. He didn't see that one coming.
Wow, talking about the candy, easy kills and freebies. Like, look, a candy behind the corner.
I think Purple was as surprised as we were. Now Kazna crew, Eurofish already pushing down that 8 line. Next is going to go clear the hill, but losing that tier 9 already, very bad stuff for them as now 1-2 line. GoHard doesn't know this, but it's completely open for the taking.
I mean, by now they will know because none of them is still spotted. They should know by now. I mean, that 1-2 line, that's not something you see ordinarily played by E100s. They're too big, too slow. If they shoot heat, there is a lot of obstacles that can go in a way. So I think they will just press those E100s as fast as they can so they can get in some kind of easier brawl situation with Kazna because you don't want to keep those E100s on big distances with enemy.
It's a good setup here for GoHard. Skarium on the cap, Purple pushing forward. I don't think Stefan will have the potential to cross over there. Kaizu takes the shot there, but he spots out Ilian. Now, they need that tier 8 to survive.
I think he will survive, actually. Yeah, that was a track shot, but he still survived. I think he just drifted while he was tracked.
Good stuff here. Now, their setup is pretty effective here. They have a lot of all their bases pretty much covered. Nile covering the south, Diplomat somewhere in between. Purple here controlling the north, making sure that Stefan cannot cross over into that A1 position that we see a lot of teams use. So good stuff for GoHard.
Kazna really has a pretty much freebie here. Unless they really misplay, Kazna has to go force their way in, reset and everything. And 1390 surviving is a crucial part because this is extra pressure. The 1390 is really protected now from both sides.
Nile already connecting a shell here against Vet, so Eurofish taking a big E100 shot to cross over there. Gonna have to be careful. Skarium does take one in return. Kaizu just trying to play safe. Skarium has to be careful. Ilian.
Haiba needs to pick, and he will be the focus target probably next.
Purple here getting shredded at the same time as well. Now Alien from the other side and Kazna crew kind of coming back in this one. Scarium does not connect his shell onto Eurofirst, but Carry is now pushing forwards as well. Alien still has 3 available, lands the first. Carry just trading for now. And the exchange here between these two is very even at this point.
Yeah, but still, they can apply the pressure by the 1390 in a cap any moment, and Kazna is still stuck on the outer side of the wall. Now, E100s, as we said, they're not really good around the corner, so they took the bulk of the damage because I wouldn't say they positioned that best. Scarium kind of didn't angle to the fullest here, but still, Stefan is cut off from the rest of the team. They press Haiba and Stefan, well, I think Kazna will just crumble.
Here comes Diplomat around the corner, connects the shell, takes 3, or actually only 2 in return though. Purple comes around, picks him up, he needs to survive here. Can Stefan land it? Nope. Only 1 shell available. Perhaps Kaizu will sacrifice so they can kill it. In the meantime, Vetso and Alien getting caught here by Nile, but Nile on the side getting pounded on by Nexus. Nexus takes him down. Stefan kills Kaizu as expected. Now Diplomat needs to connect the shot here against Stefan, as he does manage to do it. Now 3 tanks left for Kazna. GoHard stabilized and looking good to pick up this round.
Never doubt a steady hand of Diplomat when it's needed. He will always connect a shot. But all the Clippers of Kazna are in reload. They have to run away, and 2 of them are on 1 shot. I mean, maybe by some RNGs, Alien can survive 1 of the shots, but pretty doubtful. Vetso can't for sure. So not the best situation for them. And Tyne, mate, it's still not over. You should play more careful.
Tyne has to play careful. Already took a first from Alien there. Nexus takes 1 from Barry. But now they have the cap started with Scarium. Tyne will just control them. Vetso, Alien, they're going for the peak here. Tyne picks up Alien. He can pick up Vetso as well. Vetso knows he needs to back off. Oh, Tyne actually bounces that one.
Oh, the HD models are working well. You can see that.
But Vetso now the last man standing, as Barry is going to pick around the other corner. And is he going to pick it up? Yes, Barry picks it up for GoHard. Picking up the first round here. Good stuff. And Kazna tried to counter GoHard in a sense, it felt like, but didn't work out.
It was a major misplay, honestly. We've seen Isna actually didn't spot 5 heavy tanks coming in. The timing was perfect against him. It's a big coincidence, but still, you do not allow yourself to get caught like that. He was as surprised as the guys that were attacking him, and we are talking about 2 E100s. They came unspotted behind the corner. That's really hard achievement to get.
1.6k HP, gone.
1 tank and all the positions gone. That's the more crucial part, because Isne was the guy supposed to give them info, what will happen, and run away, of course. And Kazna was supposed to rotate immediately and already be in position. But like this, there was a cap pressure, positions were already lost.
And Kazna traded even, but you can't really trade even against the 100s because they have that amount of HP. When
they
you
can share.
They can share.
They can share
I mean,
stuff.
Skyrim, I think, bounced 2 or 3 times from Eurofish, but didn't matter. But he lost a lot of HP there, it's fair to say.
Still, when Kazna displaced along those 3 line, you saw that they noticed in one moment Haiba and Stefan. They were separated from the main group more or less to get some crossfire, and they knew we will sacrifice amount of HP, but we will deal with them. So they took out Haiba first, and Stefan emptied his clip, and then they went and
well,
just finished
Stefan
him
had
off.
like 1 more shell, so they just sent Kaizu first around the corner. Stefan obviously going to kill the 1390 because if he doesn't, he's dead anyways.
He's dead anyways.
And then Diplomat comes around, kills him. Now, before we go to Stats Mojo, who's the number 1?
In this game? Ooh, maybe one of the 100s.
One of the 100s? I'm
Nah,
saying Diplomat.
Let's see.
Well,
We suck.
Well, we are really bad.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like, Scarium is, I'll give you that. Scarium is like, what?
3.1k.
135 damage away from being first. That's nothing.
That's really close, but still, I would never expect Nexus actually to be there.
No, we
and
didn't see him most of the game.
Yeah, and he did actually 2 full clips. That's really good shooting there.
Well, he did get to kill Nile, which I saw at one point, but must have done some more. But, I mean, the guys you would expect here on the top for Kazna, but probably on the second page, there is going to be some issues. That's mainly how it is, if you remember. The second page,
Yeah, not a very performing second page from Kazna here. Obviously, his
Look
next...
at the difference between like 8, 9, 10 and then 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Kaizu, it's really a 1390, so it really doesn't matter. We've seen maybe once or twice the 1390 is actually carry on Himmelsdorf, but that's once or twice in 100 games that we're talking about. But you'd never want to lose a tier 9 like this. So, Vetso there, also, not a bad game. I mean, not a good game,
This
especially...
is like, Purple is like, look, He's so surprised. He's like, hello? And they both high roll, by the way.
Yeah, this is really unusual because average is 750. Both did around 800.
Yes.
Like,
Both
wow.
of them rolled 800 to kill Isna. And
Not like Isna would survive.
Nope.
And there we go. Diplomat shot. And this is what I wanted to point out. Vetso did 1 shot of damage, and this is it
this
here.
This is the one shot?
Yes, that's it. That's all he did the entire game. And he was one of the last Kazna guys alive.
He was the last Kazna guy alive.
So in total, he fired 7 shots and penned only 1. That's not really cool.
It's not the greatest.
No, I mean, they will have to kind of bump up the play. And if they want to win this match, GoHard is not something to be just thrown around.
I mean, GoHard already took down Kazna crew once. There's always a chance for a second time.
Did they?
Didn't they? I think they won in the first phase.
No, mate. Actually, yes, they did.
Yes, they
Never
did.
mind.
I was right.
Yes, you're right. You already corrected me once last time, and I wanted to say it now, and I forgot it again.
Huh?
Last time you told me like because I was wrong. I said that vice versa, and GoHard actually won Kazna 5-2. This is double same mistake for me. It's like
Feels
triple.
good, man.
Feels
It
bad for
good.
me. Feels bad.
It's the memory.
Yeah.
No. Stay away. Stay away from me.
Okay, Donald.
If I blink twice, it means I need rescue, okay?
Wow. Me against you? No way, mate. I would need rescue here.
Say so. But now, Kazna crew is going to be attacking. You think this favors them more than the defense? They really tried a hard counter. They really tried a hard counter and it
they
didn't
just
work out.
tried to play something they didn't play the last time. And honestly, we would not know how would this game end if Isna actually spotted them on time. This was just a misplay, and from there, it's just like dominoes falling. There is no way out of there if the team performs, when you just lose a tank in all positions in a start. But we will see now. Now Kazna is on attack, so there is nothing like that can happen.
Indeed, and this is the lineups here. Kazna, again, a very light lineup here. And GoHard with the FP 4005, this might work.
405 there from GoHard and VZs here. Now, we've seen that on some match, and that's Hellraisers. Hellraisers played something similar like this week ago. We will see. Maybe GoHard has their own idea how to use these tanks.
So explain how Hellraisers played it.
They mostly played their courtyard control, so as you said, and VZs were going spotting there as an anchor, and all the other guys just went on a rail first and rotated from there. So all the big punches in the start would be taken by VZs, and everyone else would just mop up deal later. But Kazna, with this light setup, they actually have a lot to worry about, because slightly mispositioning against this FVTD can go really bad.
The only guy that he can't easily pen is the 113. Everybody else, really, realistically, unless he like hits the frontal plate of the 50B and doesn't pen, but should be able to pen at least one shot. But I remember saying this exactly when Swift was playing it as well. There's 6 times he can penetrate, and the Crisp is like 34 damage.
Yes, but that's him, mate. Like, the FV is really not his thing. Like, he plays Grilla really well, but FV, just delete. / delete.
Delete it from his account. Well, we're going to have to see if Kazna crew can make it 1-1 here, or GoHard is going to put themselves up 2-0. Kazna is going to be attacking, GoHard is going to be defending Mojo, and it is Diplomat that is going to be playing at 4005. What kind of start are we seeing here?
Well, at the moment, these guys, as usual, are splitting now with this. I'm more interested, honestly, what will GoHard do, because Kazna can do whatever they want. This light setup, they can go left, right, and gather up to attack wherever they want. So it looks like they're positioning Nexus and the guys maybe to see will they catch off something, spotting them like
Isn't that
Tyne.
Risky? Because you said...
Honestly, it is.
Because you said GoHard goes 1-2 line with this.
Yes, but maybe Kazna didn't watch that match. And it does look like that.
Their initial setup is not good to deal with this.
And again, this alley here. How many more times we will see tanks fight here? Kaizu, really, come on, a lot to surprise people this match.
Kind of felt like Vetso should have at least been able to get one shot there on Kaizu.
Yes, I really don't understand why he... Well, whoa, guys, come on. I mean, that's a full tank driving.
Ooh, now could be in trouble here, but nobody just there from Go. He's still not in the clear though. If Tyne and Skyrim push towards the church, Vetso could be in a lot of trouble here. And Tyne, he's already going for it. Just about gets spotted out. Vetso will be alright for now, but that could have turned a lot worse there if GoHard actually went for it.
It's a close one now, but Kazna is already on offense on the upper side of the map. Isna will trigger the cap any second now, and Kazna has all the positions. I mean, we've seen a lot of misplay down at the moment, with tanks missing each other, but Kazna actually got a better hand out of that.
Indeed, and now there's 4 tanks, while 5, if you count in carry, still stuck on the southern side of the map. Now rotating, Kaizu is the first, pushing across together with Scarium, Purple, and Tyne. Cap is down to 94 seconds here, and perhaps Eurofish could put some pressure from the north as well.
Well, Vetso picked up a shot while he was crossing that notorious D line.
From Diplomat, but it didn't connect.
Yeah, he didn't connect. So that's a really lucky Vetso there. Those dices are paying off, but 33 seconds. 33, 32 and counting.
29 seconds now. Keep an eye on that capture circle. It could go down very quickly here. Eurofish does take a reset, but Isna is the one with all the cap here. Perhaps Stein is going to go for that rubble jump up to at least reset the 3090 Mojo.
We've seen GoHard getting capped last time, so I don't think they will be happy to do it again. I mean, Himmelsdorf, ooh, Vetso getting, but he had a repair. Good for him. Good for him. And there is a normal approach from the courtyard. A lot of GoHard guys are there trying to deal with the cap.
Haiba! Haiba just got double-checked on top of the rubble pile! Haiba, what are you doing?
It was that.
And he goes down to Tyne! Why?
And Fishy got wrecked while he was crossing the road by the Nile and the guys from the top part. Kazna is doing a counter-attack here, but I don't know it will pay it off. I don't think so.
Alien hit Nexus's gun, or Vetso's gun as well. I think it was Vetso's gun he hit with that grill, and now Vetso goes down. Yes, they trade purple in return, but Haiba, they lost him as well. So Haiba and Vetso down for Kazna crew, only in return for purple, and I'm fairly certain Alien hit Vetso's gun there as
and
well.
It's not only that, Fishy is on less than 700 HP. That's like 1 to 2 shots. 1 shot for FE, 2 shots for anyone else in that team. Not a really good...
Diplomat just removes Alien in an FBTD. You'll see his corpse here around the corner. There he is as Barry removes Isna, and Kazna really falling to pieces here on the second Himmelsdorf round. I have no idea what just happened. I have no idea how Haiba got stuck on that position there, got double-tracked, got taken down. Now Nexus and Stefan, the last 2 standing. Yes, they pick up 2 kills, but it's not going to help them much as Diplomat comes around the corner. He actually hits Nexus and Stefan, the last one standing, and it will be GoHard putting himself 2-0 here over Kazna crew, Mojo. And what was that?
Really big play here by GoHard, honestly, because they played correct everything. I mean, okay, Kaizu and Vetso didn't hit each other down in that alley, and Vetso did manage to run away with really slight damage. But still, GoHard was on point every time, and there are misplays by Kazna all over the place in both games.
How did Haiba get stuck up there? Because
I really don't understand.
I think he wanted to drop over, but it was way too early for that because his entire team was still going down the 8 line.
I mean, he was not pushed from the corner by other guys, so I guess he wanted to just peek and shoot someone. But why would you do that with 1-1-3 who can at best shoot straight
was
like
he trying to block Tyne? Or I don't know. Because the rest of his team was pushing down the 8 line at the same time, but they weren't close shots. If he wanted to dump over...
it's too early. I don't understand.
Yeah, but that's the only explanation I can give to it. He wanted to dump over and he just went too early.
It's just like... It's same like he's in the last game. A big misplay. And it costed them a game. Again a tank last for no reason. I mean, it was obvious that Isna will run away from the cap. You cannot cap once the teams are positioned in courtyard like that. But just another misplay.
First in stats.
Here?
Diplomat.
I actually think so too either.
Let's take a look.
We're probably wrong again.
Let's take a look and see if we're correct, Mojo.
Okay, bet on Nexus every time, safe bet. Come on. We suck. No more betting.
It's so sad because it's Nexus twice now.
Oh.
If Nexus watches this back, he's going to be like, well, thanks, guys, for the appreciation.
Yeah, we got what deserve here, more or less. Come on, like Diplo is 5th. If we can comfort him ourselves, he's very close to Scarium, Stefan, and Tyne. Nice, Scarium giving me my fame points. Yes!
It's fantasy
points. Whatever, just my points.
Okay, and there's a lot of issues there. Alien, Vetso, Eurofish, Isna, and Haiba.
Well, that page is even worse than the last battles one, and it's pretty much similar culprits there.
Yep. I like how Alien, like he wanted to pick the corner and Diplomat saw him and he was like standing still. Alien peeked and Diplomat was like, hello.
Like deleted.
Well,
so
let's take
the
a look
game
at the
that
highlights.
was really good for Kazna last match, these Himmelsdorfs are
This, I don't understand this. What happened here?
I mean, Nexus is coming from the back.
Look where he is!
But he's not close. And the guys from the up are coming on the 8 line, but they're not close.
Vetso dying here was also a little bit weird.
Kazna was just cut off here. That's it. It's over. This is already mop-up operation, big scale.
I don't understand really what happened there. I need to ask because it was weird. It Really weird.
There will be no more interviews. This is the last week, mate.
I can write him on Skype.
There you go.
Well, I mean, I know that there's not that much at stake here for Kazna, but you want to have a really good showing in these last few matches going into the online playoffs at the very least.
Kazna is more or less safe. I mean, 25 points gives them a lot of leverage because the only guys that are in real trouble are Wild Bunch, who are on 7th spot with 17 points. So they would have to win 3 matches in a row to be above anyone that is GoHard. So GoHard actually needs points with those 22. But the Wild Bunch actually has to play Oops, Utopia, and Ding. 1, 2, and 3 in a league to go there.
Those odds are
hard.
not that favorable. I mean, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't take those.
No, no, no. And that doesn't look good for the Wild Bunch, but we are here on a completely another match.
Indeed, and also on another map. Let's take a look at the tanks they've chosen to use on mines. Kazna here going with the T49 and GoHard with the M40 Mojo.
Well, this is the map that GoHard got wrecked on by Ding in a last match day. It was 2-0. They were completely looking really confused, missing the climbs, something we are not really used from them.
Well, they gave us a fail climb compilation.
Yeah, it was like really bad match to watch in that aspect, and Ding was like, okay, thank you guys, thank you. We're just gonna do whatever we want around the map. So this time, M40, RT, it's gonna be interesting to see, is Diplo or Nile playing? We will see.
It's all we even seen Kaizu play it, so it's going to be very interesting who is going to be playing the artillery for GoHard as we move into mines.
Mines, a small summertime map with lots of hills, rocks and other cover. The teams start the battle in the usual locations, but the base locations are different. One is located in the bottom part of the village and the other one is in the water. One of the key objectives is the center hill. That's why the teams will often select fast vehicles and tanks with strong turrets for cover.
So GoHard currently up 2-0 over Kazna crew here. Kazna is going to be attacking, going for that hill. GoHard on the defense. What are they planning, Mojo?
Well, Kazna already done something like this. They push with more or less everything they have to the hill, but they also have a strong... Oh,
he turned too far to the right. He lost
yes.
most of his speed, and he couldn't
Kaizu
make
is
it
down,
because of that.
so another failed climb here, which can cost them a lot. But at least he ran away on time, so he will not pay a hefty price for like 1k damage. Do you remember the last clash between Kazna and GoHard? It started exactly like that. Kaizu, I think it was exactly him. I think failed the climb there. They had a double boost, and he lost like 1k HP and so on, but the Kazna still threw the game away.
Now, Skyrim is in a kind of weird position here for a 1-1-3. The issue I had with him, when he drove here, he knocked over the 3. And if they were paying attention, some slight of, it could be in their peripheral vision, they could have seen that 3 drop, and it gives away a lot of information. But
they might not really expect a 1-1-3
exactly.
there. Maybe a butchat, and 1-1-3 can take a lot of punches.
But look at that
so they
lineup
might
here
punish
for
yeah,
GoHard.
this is a really nice trap there with all those mediums sitting in bushes, so they cannot be proxies from the hill, they cannot be physically spotted, but they can actually really effectively cover Skarium if he's in a trouble.
Yeah, they just want to shoot the booster, I guess. Purple does get spotted out, but there's Stein and Barry behind him.
We've seen GoHard do really nice kind of tactics, trapping tactics here on
Rusty
mines.
roster, never forget.
They're really good at it. I'm really curious to see will it actually work this time.
Going to have to see Nexus here, probably going to try, see if he can spot that, but Skyrim is hiding behind the houses. Well, house. So it'll be alright. Now, there is a big gun line here, really big gun line here, waiting for GoHard.
So this is the point, guys. Kazna will try to take control over this area and maybe chase off whoever they think he's here by shooting. But they do not expect the trap. Also, we know while Guy is climbing here, he can get shot down here and once more here. But we have so many clippers now in a line on the other side who are ready to either take out this or to deal with this guy, because this guy can't run away after that.
Beautiful lines there, Mojo, really.
Thank you. Almost
like,
late.
Oh, no, no. I'd call them more like a work of art than straight,
Made
if anything.
Picasso, my tutor, you know.
The difference is that your paintings get sold for €1 and his get sold for...
I get €1?
No.
Oh.
That was a reference.
Oh. I was hoping I can
We've
just
been
like
told-
do a lot of lines.
We've been told not to give you paper anymore because you wasted on bad
Mate,
drawings.
€1 per painting, 10 seconds each. I would be richer than Milos.
That's impossible.
No.
That is a-
He's dollars, man.
Miloš is as deep as rich as the sea is deep.
He's like rich, mate.
I bet Miloš has a bet made out of dollar signs as well.
Wow. He didn't bring it to interview here. Hiding. Well,
Doesn't like
not
sharing.
much going on here. Nile has nothing to do with Arti. He's aiming on the hill,
I
which is
fear for
proxy.
Kazna. I really fear for Kazna here. If they push with these 3 bad shots, I don't think it's going to go well.
It really is strange because it looks like they are kind of expecting some kind of trap there. So that's why they're positioned like this. But maybe they're not actually knowing how much.
There we go now. Haiba is already pushing down. Purple probably tries to land some shells, but he has to be careful as there's 3 bad shots very soon to come around the corner. Stefan, Nexus, and Elian, and Eurofish actually, they're pushing onto Skyrim first, but Vetso already gets completely removed. That might have been Arti from the back. Stefan didn't expect it, goes down to Barry and the trap. It is working out as Vetso is low. Elian takes a lot of damage now as well. And Kazna, they were not prepared for this.
Oh, the amount of pain. And there will be immediate counter-attack now on the hill because while they're in reload, they can actually press both Elian and Vetso there. Once they get their control, it's GG.
Elian now gets completely removed. Kaizu from the island helping out there as well. And the trap, it is working really well here. Yes, there's a lot of tanks standing for Kazna, but GoHard, complete control over this round.
It looks like GoHard really wants a win here, and they are working well for it. I mean, this is really good play by them and good reads.
Indeed, and most of the HP here for Kazna crew, it's on Haiba.
And he can go anywhere from here. He's completely stuck.
Niall here in the RT, perhaps trying to line up a shell here against Haiba. Would be very big if he could make it. Haiba now gets spotted out. What is Niall aiming for?
He's just hoping to get some damage. Maybe the entrance to the hill, mate. That would be the logical spot for him to aim.
He shot, but he didn't really hit anything. But here comes a counter push
Hill.
from Kazna. Nexus, Vetso, Isna. They're making a last-ditch attempt as Stein picks up Vetso. Nexus now pushes up as well. Takes down Purple. Barry still has all his shells available. And this last desperate attempt here for Kazna is not going to be enough as Barry, he can probably kill all of them by himself.
Diplo is also approaching there, so he will be able to do a big shot on someone before he's connected. Oh, lucky Nexus there, surviving again. That guy has like, not 9, but 10 lives.
Indeed.
Not anymore.
8 lives at this point. Diplomat now in the Grilla. Gonna land the big... Whoa! Bounces off of that armor, but RT comes in. Eurofish camping a little bit too hard there. Kaizuna comes around the corner. Fish is on reload. And Mojo, can you believe it? Kazna crew about to go 3-0 down.
It's a really good play by GoHard. Like, nice trap there. Nice trap and nice idea.
They didn't expect it at all. And the split off, I mean, if Kazna came around with all 3 tanks at the same time around the corner, there's the potential. Because there's 3 tanks there. Purple already used some shell on Haiba. But, because they didn't know, 2 of them split it off towards Skarium, and Stefan was like, thanks, guys.
But really important thing also here is GoHard is ultra dangerous team when they're playing counter tactics against the team. They study very well what the other teams are doing, and then they play against it. Kazna actually used this to solve the map already. This kind of push. They know it. They've done it.
And GoHard was set up for it. I still think, though, perhaps there was a chance if the 3 batches came around the corner at the same time. But first in stats, Mojo, who do you think?
Maybe Nexus again.
I'm saying Annihilator.
That's something Ryan would go for.
I was close.
Almost, mate.
Almost.
Wow, Kaizu, almost
Who removed
4K.
Vetso? Because Vetso took like 1.4k
must be.
damage in less than 3 seconds.
It must be Nile.
No,
and it's
because he
probably the only shot he had.
check for me.
Okay.
Check
that's
for
you.
me. Because I saw, it could be that it was Niall's only shot, but Vetso got hit for like 1.4.
Vetso received total of 3 shots, mate.
Total of 3 shots?
Yes.
And check Niall's penetrations?
And Nile has
2
2.
hits.
That's a peculiar. Maybe Arti plus Grilla in the same moment.
RT plus Grill in the same moment? That might be the only shot Diplomat hit, because I didn't see him hit anything else.
And he did shit.
No,
he did
fired!
hit only one.
Fired! Oh, call Ryan.
He
Mojo,
did hit only one.
it was nice
and
knowing
pen
you.
one.
We found the first one. It is going to be still underscore Mojo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It must have been the Gorilla plus RD.
Yeah, Grille penned only one. Let's see, did he pen now something
No,
now?
because he bounced Eurofish, and I don't think he had anything after.
It's probably the second shell he...
No, he bounced here. This
Yeah,
is
there
the
you go.
ricochet.
Yeah.
And there's the RT, the second RT hit, and Kaizu kills Eurofish.
So that was their shots.
Yeah, because I saw Vetso like just drop and disappear, like full HP and then
lost
down to
almost
400.
everything that he had. He
But still,
probably
it's
peaked
Stefan.
too much. He probably peaked too much trying to shoot people
There's a
down and
chance
help
there.
the guys. But here, really good plays against Kazna by GoHard. 3-0. This, I said it will not be a stomp, but this is not looking good for Kazna
It
at the
is
moment.
starting to look like one heavy landslide. Kazna's about to be buried alive.
Well, we'll see after the next game. At least now they're defending on mines.
Wow, that's the only advantage you give them.
Well, what else, mate?
The lineups here, Mojo. Ari again coming out from GoHard. It's always the question who's going to be playing that one. Because we've seen Kaizu play it, we've seen Niall play it,
Yeah, it's a
and
really
Diplomat.
big roster opportunities there, but for them, usually, you know, it was Diplo and Lorraine, but they can swap all those three wherever they want. And Kazna here, well, when they see Arti, they actually might push the hill and play really aggressive.
They have to be careful though, because if it's Diplomat, I'm pretty sure he could hit them through the mountain. And it is a mountain, and it will always be a mountain.
It's interesting because when GoHard got pressed last time on mines, when Diplo was playing Arti in Lorraine, he actually did 2.7k damage. I remember it really well. In 3 shots.
Well, if you said these maps, and they were very close between each other, but for now, GoHard is really running away with it. And I feel like if Kazna wants to have any chance in this match, they at least need to pick up this round and the next 2.
I mean, if it goes to 4-0, that's almost a match. I mean, we've seen people recover from that, but it's really hard.
Don't say it. Well, Mojo, we're going to have to find out if GoHard can put themselves on match point here, or Kazna Crew can mount a comeback. Finally, as GoHard is going to be attacking, Kazna Crew is going to be defending.
Well, we need to see now what are these guys going to do. It will all be on Kazna now, how they want to play it, because we do know Ding cannot really play too aggressive with this lineup.
Indeed, and for now, both these teams seem to be going to the hill here. And also, Mojo, look, Stefan on the side could be flanking here around the mountain, but he's going to meet purple, so it's going to be a one-on-one and a triple boost coming out for Kazna here.
It's aggressive play, and I like it so far. They might push away the Ding guys away from the hill. If they manage to do that without taking any significant damage by Arti, they will have the control.
The Ding guys?
Did I say that? What's with me?
Mojo, that's our next match.
Yeah. I was thinking something last time, how Ding plays this without Arti or any kind of shenanigans like this. And they're playing it really nicely, dealing with all the opponents. And I was thinking,
you know why they don't. You know why they
Because
don't.
Diplo is not in Ding anymore.
Oh, look at Elian. Took one shot. Oh, did he? Was it Diplomat? I think it was Diplomat. Has to be Diplomat, because he took one from Scarium, and then he took 700 more.
Yeah, Nile is not in reload, so there is no one else
Yeah,
there.
had to be.
Well, it's a decent start for GoHard, but still, they have no crucial positions here. This is all passive spotting, and they need Kazna to do some serious mistakes so they could actually do some damage. Now, Stefan, pay attention to Stefan, guys. He's already climbing that hill, so he will be a big support for them if GoHard actually tries to push them. Now, the problem for GoHard is they're not controlling the B9 position, so they actually have nothing to deal with him.
Nobody to deal with Stefan, Mojo. And what do you think are the options here for GoHard? Show us on the map.
Well, this is what is the problem. We know if they had a medium here, GoHard, they could really deal with Stefan all the time. With this almost straight line, the shells are traveling much better than this. So they could chase him away and they could slowly rotate and play this side now. But like this, they really have no option like that. They must make some connection to the Kazna guys and eventually just gather up the forces and press them while they're split up, because they do know there is several Kazna guys away. So Stefan, being with this position here, he will give a massive support to his team if they're pushed on a hill, because they really have nothing to deal with him. He can empty a clip, he can empty another one, while the Kazna guys like play defensively, fall down from the hill, and do any kind of rotation they want, because unless Stefan gets one shot by Arti, he's going to do massive damage.
He is indeed. GoHard, they have still some time to play with. I don't think we're going to be seeing anything aggressive from them for some time here, as they do have the RD and they do want to make Diplomat work. But now, do you think they're going to suspect Diplomat's, Isna's Bush here at one point? Because it is one of the more obvious ones.
If they start playing water, they can blind shoot it for sure, and they have a lot of time. So there is only two plays possible here. They will either press that side, which is really hard when you have an RT, or maybe they will just try to go around and deal with Fishy. But Stefan actually abandoned his point position, and he's going up on a hill together with the rest of the team.
So Stefan coming back here to the hill. Maybe he's just doing some climb practice, you know?
It looks like that, but he doesn't really look like he needs it. Unlike most of the guys we've been watching lately, he's acing it so far.
But now Kaizu, Stefan's timing here could be pretty nice. Tyne now rotating as well. This is something we talk about the defender taking the hill, and then after they move away one tank, move away the second tank, move away the third tank, and then they lose. And now if GoHard does decide to go for that hill, then Stefan at least is there.
Yeah, and only guys that are not there are Isna and Nexus, and they can be there in a couple of seconds, right in a flank of the enemy. And Haiba will for sure see them on time. Arti cannot really deal with him. Now Fishy...
About Haiba, I'm not sure.
Fishy...
He's not spotting, he's not been spotting for a while.
Yeah, he will see them if they're trying to enter the hill, mate. Well on time.
True, but they could just push past him.
This is the most important position at the moment for Kazna. Fishy has a good sight on anything that can go on that flank, and he can see if someone is trying to push and climb that big hill we were talking about. But there is so much time that already passed. Almost 5 minutes, and GoHard, except doing some initial damage on Ilian, done nothing so far.
Indeed, Kaizu now going back towards the 1-2. Eurofish actually takes some damage here. He spots out Diplomat.
It's a blind shot that he picked up, that's for sure. It's probably even blind shot by Diplo, actually.
Yeah.
Diplo guessed that there is someone there.
Don't think Eurofish was spotted. Now Kaizu is back into 1-2. Purple is coming closer here. Now what? Haiba takes a shot as well. And Kazna, they have to be careful not to lose too much HP before this push comes in.
The purple got spotted going away, so he's doing a fake circle. Fishy took another shell. It's probably Diplo again.
No, I think it was Nile. Because there was a little bit of splash after.
Can't see the reload.
Yeah, both of them are on reload. I think Nile hit him and then Diplomat splashed him for a little bit because he lost some more HP. But here is the push for GoHard. Are they going to go over onto Haiba or on the hill? Seems like Haiba is going to be the target here. Purple is actually ignoring him now. They go in for Vetso. It's very weird stuff here so far. They are not doing the greatest of trades, but they actually pick up Alien. Vetso drops low now as well, and it's still possible here for GoHard.
Tyne there is on one shot. Carry Berry also. Will Berry actually do some the carry, as you said, but Nexus is there down with a lot of HP, and he's facing Nile one-on-one, but Isna is trying to chase over Kaizu over the only water.
Stefana makes his final shot, does not connect that one. Isna is trying to fight here with Kaizu. If he can penetrate the shot, that will remove him. If he doesn't, and he actually does! So great stuff from that T49. Now Scarium trying to fight on the hill. This is good. Scarium, he has enough HP to take them, but he has a damaged ammo rack. Now Eurofish is on reload. He's going to be the next one falling here for Kazna. Good stuff from Scarium though.
Stefan is there on really high HP at the moment. Nexus is in a trouble because he is not in good position. Isna, he might deal with Nile one-on-one. If he does, Kazna actually might win this game.
Here comes Isna, the Swedish superstar. No, he decides to back off as Purple is trying to lock him down. Purple actually picks up Isna. Scarium fighting with Stefan. Stefan does pick up Scarium, but Nile picks up Nexus, and Kazna, they're about to go 4-0 down here against GoHard, Mojo.
This is really terrible stuff for them now. I mean, Stefan, and he's picked up.
4-0. 4-0 for GoHard now against Kazna. Can you believe it?
I really expected Isna will have a good play there, but he fell in a trap there. Purple actually dealt with him and he had to run away and gave opportunity to GoHard to do a final counter push there and deal with two of them, leaving Stefan alone. I'm pretty sure, before you even ask, that Stefan will be the top damage dealer here.
You agree with GoHard's play? I mean, I think if they, not to criticize because they obviously won, right? But I think if they just push past, killed Haiba with the bad shots, kept Scarium on the hill control, They probably would have killed Haiba instantly and Nexus instantly as well.
I think this was really ultra risky, and I'm actually surprised that Kazna died to it.
Yeah, I don't
they
know.
should have every possible advantage.
They
and
had
also
how many
losing
batch sets on the hill? All of them. Every single one of their batch sets was on the hill.
Every tank except Grille and T49 was on a hill. And Kaizu even was not pushing the hill with the rest of the team, and he got wrecked in the water. By them, he took one shot by he was passing. I don't know, did you see it? And he took then after shot.
So first in stats, Stefan?
I think so. No! Okay, I suck. I'm not gonna pronounce anything anymore, man. He's not even on the first page. Wrecked.
Oh, dude, please fire us both, as we are really bad at predicting the damage today. Scarium there with some very crucial plays. Carry Barry was ready for the carry, and he did carry Mojo.
I'm really surprised because he looked dead as a dodo there where he was.
Indeed, it did look, but GoHard, good stuff here. In Kazna, I still can't believe that they didn't manage to hold that hill. Haiba here, 2 shots. Nexus 2 as well. Vetso 4 connections.
Like, I can't really be that jelly here because, I mean, Scarium is in my fantasy team and he's farming me like a boss now.
I don't know how they didn't hold that hill push. I mean, if they did the option I talked about, then I think they could still have lost as well. Because I think they would lose Haiba without even seeing anything happening. And I think they would lose Nexus as well. But
well, since it was a combined push with Kaizo in the water, and there we go. I mean, this is already the finishing moment, but you can see Kaizo is in the water. So once he's there, and if they actually did, as you suggested, they would have a better play, a less sloppy one, and they would cut off a significant force of Kazna. But even this worked out, God knows how. I guess there was a lot of shots missed.
Has to be a lot of shots missed. This was good from Scarium, surviving on that hill. I mean, so much damage at that point.
Well, that 113 is a nasty...
How did Kazna's Batchats lose so much HP?
Well, we know already that Fishy lost a lot before the fight even started,
because he
and we know Ilian lost like half HP also before.
Question is, why did Fishy try to run away? Because he has Diplomat landed a blind shot, but Niall, I think he spent like 6 minutes in that bush waiting for that exact moment to happen.
I really don't know what was in Fishy's mind. We already said that's a peculiar place to be in, so we will not go there. But at the moment, Kazna is doing some major misplays here. Major misplays indeed. And now, Mojo, let's take a look at the times for our possibly last round already. Prokhorovka, Kazna attacking, GoHard defending. And a lot of 140s here. I've seen a team do this before. Well, I mean, Ding practically brought these 3 140s here on Prokhorovka in attack, but they used it a bit different. And also in this combo, I think, with 113. It's a really good setup because you can do a lot with it and you can make really good crossfires when you, as example, control one side and the enemy tries to come back at you. You can really do a lot with those 113s cooldown, just shooting them for free. Defense of GoHard, really standard. On the other hand, E5, 113, Grille, Ru, like we've seen this a million times before. Who do you think has more pressure on them right now, GoHard or Kazna? What kind of pressure can GoHard have made with 4-0 up? I mean, it's easy peasy on their TeamSpeak now. Easy peasy on their TeamSpeak as we move into our possibly last round here onto Prokhorovka.
Prokhorovka, one of the first maps in the game. Teams start at the regular spawn points as they do in standard battles. Bases are separated from each other by the railway, so the defending team has to choose whether to send their vehicles to the left side, playing them in the centre, or to the right of the railway, occupying the hill and a part of the village. The attacking team usually attacks the first base. However, the teams often go for face-to-face confrontations, 7-on-7, in the hilly terrain at the centre. That's why both teams frequently use vehicles with good gun depression angles and sturdy turrets.
So here we go. GoHard 4-0 over Kazna crew here. Kazna on the offense as well. GoHard on the defense. Wow, if you could be more loud about it, the nothing part here. I mean, people here on Russian stream heard you by now. Well, wow. He's spotting the middle here. And he doesn't see anything. And he gets spotted? Like, what? He's not getting spotted there, doesn't spot. 113 is best spotters EU. Best spotter EU West now. GoHard here already moving towards that 1-2 line, trying to clear it out. And Kazna, I mean, GoHard moving to the 9-0 Sorry, and Kazna moving to the 1-2.
We are a bit dozing off away, guys, for
I'm
no reason.
confused, but look how far purple is
Yeah,
already.
This is good play. We've seen this, and we said many times, if you want to control the hill, you want to do it aggressive from the start, immediately with every kind of crossfire you can get. Interesting part is, first time I've seen this aggressive play was actually Kazna in one of the past seasons.
Man, even Kazna is still blind shooting at this point, and
Yeah,
purple.
because Isne didn't see the 1-1-3s, and they 1-0-3s, and they still think the enemy is in the forest somewhere.
Purple's already at K7 here.
Like, seriously. The heavy tanks outspotted Isne.
Heavy tanks for life.
Wow. That's another, mate, that's another piece of bad info Kazna is getting. You remember, like on Himmersdorf, they got caught off. Isne didn't see the rotation. And now, when he is getting spotted, he probably thought there is someone in the bushes on the other side completely. I really don't understand the game mechanics. How can you get spotted with a rule like that and not spotting back?
Because the heavies were driving through bushes. And
he
Isne
picked
was
with the top of a turret.
Yes.
Still, it doesn't
They're
sound
moving
right.
through bushes. But now Kazna is taking 1-2 line control here, and GoHard, they're in a good position, really. Already having complete control over the map, knowing exactly where Kazna is, set up to receive this as well.
Yeah, this is a good position for GoHard, but we've seen Ding play against this with this exact setup. They actually didn't have 1-1-3 then, they had a bachat instead. But still, the play that Kazna might make is put a 140 in a cap. But with this C5 and 1-1-3, I'm not really sure, because Kazna does not have something like Grille they can put on E1, F1 position to try to damage Scarium. And honestly, these guys, they're not really best equipped with guns to deal with that.
How dead out of 10 do you think Purple is?
I think actually he is pretty much safe there. Last time they caught him, I mean, Oops caught him. But it was Spoink, if you remember, he went full speed to spot him in those bushes. And there you go.
Well, Vetso took a lot for that exchange. Barry took some as well. Lost his repair kit, and Elian taking a big hit there from Diplomat in that Grilla. Oh, Kazna, this is not the start they were looking for.
No, 7 minutes left here, and there is some significant damage on mediums of Kazna. Okay, nothing big overall, but once you start the push, you really don't want that 800 HP per tank less.
Stefan's now pushing closer to the rails. Although in its Bacha, they still haven't given up on that sudden play. Gonna try and spot from there. Perhaps Haiba now takes a big shot as well. Again, that Grilla from Diplomat. This at the second or the third shot he connected already into this round.
Looks like Diplo is in the mood today to play the TDs.
When Diplomat's on fire, there's no way to put it out.
Yeah, I mean, several teams seen it already before, but Kazna here trying gradually to approach the rail and maybe chase them away from it by shooting it, but so far the only people getting shot are them.
Mate, Diplomat, his name is complete, you know, throw off. Because it says Diplomat in his name, but right now he's anything but diplomatic towards Kazna. He's not giving them any terms at all.
He's
It's
a
his
big-
terms or none.
His biggest troll here in this game, for sure. Cave troll, mate.
It's Diplomat's terms or none at all.
Diplomatic, very way. Big guns. He probably watched like Charlie Brown, you know?
But Kazna, they're coming close to the rails here. Nile, just be careful. I mean, those 140s, we're seeing what they can do once they start peaking. Eurofish already takes some damage, though loses his ammo rack on the first shot there as well.
That needs a repair.
But there we go, they're actually peeking onto Nile, and Stefan now comes over. They want to remove the first batch shot here, but at what cost is it going to be? But Carey gets hit at the same time as well. And Nile is still not dead. Finally, Stefan will pick him up. Purple does kill Alien, though Fish is down to a one-shot as well. And was this worth it?
He bounced.
But Purple didn't.
Purple actually finished on from the other side. Stefan, he might be in a problem actually. Purple might just chase him away now.
Kaizu here tried to push onto Nexus, but actually got tracked and held. So now he's taking fire from all sides, even from Isna from the back. Vetso is the one to pick it up. Haiba is close here as well. Isna could be a pretty crucial factor here in this round. Diplomat comes over, lands another shell though, but Scarium in return takes a lot as well. And look at the module damage GoHard has sustained during that.
Time there is a crucial person now here for GoHard. He's the only anchor and only person with HP they have. I mean, Isna is sniping him from the back, but it doesn't really matter. Haiba looks like he's gonna fall now. Stefan got killed by Purple. That's what I said. He didn't manage to do a reload.
Stefan killed Purple. Barry picks up Haiba. Barry picks up Vesto as well. And now Isna is the last bastion of hope here for Kazna. as it is not going to be enough. GoHard wants this victory. Now Isna, the last one standing on the run, on the move, but with 4 guns left from GoHard, I don't think he'll be able to do it. And Mojo, 5-0 is going to be our scoreline.
Keep it to 0, mate. Nothing is like, you know, something empty in the universe. This is just a game.
Mojo, it's all right. I'll get Ryan to comfort you after the game. Now Isna, he's going to go hide, but there's nothing to hide for as the bad men from GoHard are starting to close onto his location. Isna now on the run,
Well,
on the move.
Let's go Poetic Pansy. Isna has a chance. Maybe he will catch off Scarium and kill him Carry Berry in the process, and then he can just outplay Purple one-on-one, and that will leave him one-on-one with Tyne. For sure.
Isna here with the jukes. He could easily do this as he only needs 1 shot for Barry. Around 2 to 3 for Scarium.
Barry with a dead driver, he's not gonna run away far away. That's for sure.
Isna here, closing onto Barry, going in for the 1v1. The first out of 4.
Barry is actually getting right there.
Isna versus Barry.
How greedy are you, Barry?
Barry missed the first. Isna come. Oh,
the miss.
track, and there Isna goes, and Mojo. It is 5-0.
Well,